Hello.
Cindy, thanks very much for coming.
Thank you very much for inviting me here.
Yeah, it's much appreciated. Maybe just as a bit of an introduction.
Mm-hmm.
So my name is John Payne. Representing the company Boost as an exclusive reseller.
Yep.
We've seen your advertisement in the newspaper, obviously. You seeking 50 new high-end computers, so this was obviously very quickly on my agenda.
Yeah.
And then I sent that proposal to you, and I think it would be good just to talk about it, get to know each other.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool. To tell you a little bit about myself, because I'm not sure we haven't worked with you before, to my knowledge, our company, so maybe I can give you some background information.
Sure.
So I am, as you probably know, the procurement manager for Sagittarius Solutions, and we are basically a sort of very boutique and sort of high-end management consultancy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess our competitive advantage is to work with, first of all, a lot with academics, and then also design professionals, and then also some very well-educated sort of mix of business and engineering people,
Mm-hmm.
to deliver great solutions to our clients.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been growing very fast in the past few years, and we also have a very busy time coming up. So summer is typically our busiest time, and why I need these computers is for one of our teams that is basically they do sort of like risk analysis.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, they need sort of very high-end machines. So they're also very interested because we have these design professionals working with them in having sort of a cutting-edge design, or not design, but sort of, let's say, presentation technology.
Mm-hmm.
That's also why we were interested in your machine, because I've heard it has these hologram capabilities.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah. So that's basically it. I mean, so our firm really sort of, prides itself on these like very state-of-the-art both solutions and presentation. And so that's why I wanted to meet with you, because
Excellent.
I think you can offer that.
Excellent, absolutely. I think that, from what I've read about you, I already got that impression a little bit, but I think you confirming it is very good, because I think this strategically aligns us quite a bit, because we obviously also position ourselves at the top end of the market,
Mm-hmm.
absolute top level technology, but also top level quality as well as best service.
Right.
Shall I give you an overview of the product? Would that help?
Yeah, that would be great.
So I think, and I don't want to make this too long, but obviously our flagship product is the Boost M6700.
Yeah.
Amongst other features, the revolutionary new feature was the hologram capability, which basically enables you to project holograms into a room for any kind of presentations, from any angles, and we've also patented this. So we were very much the pioneers within that field of technology. And as far as I know, we are the only ones who can deliver it as flawlessly, and also with the level of precision and the quality.
Okay.
So from what I heard about you, kind of aiming at doing consultancy services at the high end with high-end graphs, top analytics, to academics, etc. I think this feature would be very important to have.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely something that we're very interested in. Of course, something that I want to discuss with you is how how well developed this technology is, because I know it is cutting edge, and we definitely like cutting edge, and I think it holds a lot of potential for us.
Yeah.
But you can understand that I wouldn't want to invest in something that is going to be, that is either sort of has some flaws in it, or is going
Sure.
to be obsolete in a year's time.
Sure.
Or...
May I give you just a couple of more data points on it?
Mm-hmm.
So I think when we launched the Boost M6700, it was pretty much the main talked about event at the biggest tech conference.
Yeah.
So it was very much acknowledged by the industry that this is a revolutionary product.
Yep.
And it was very much praised for it. We received the I'm sure you're aware of TNet as a online source for rating technology products.
I actually am not aware of it.
Going from phones over computers,
Okay.
etc. It's the leading industry body.
TNet?
TNet, yes.
Okay.
To review individual products.
Mm-hmm.
And the Boost M6700 was the editor's choice of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So it was very much recognized. In fact, actually here it says the bottom line. Maybe I'll read it out for you, just to give you a little bit of a flavor. The newly redesigned Boost M6700 is an all-in-one laptop that combines the best technology for animation, projection and screen navigation into one. The amazing hologram generation technology makes this a must-buy for scientists, design professionals and academics. This new animal is likely to take its place at the best of the current Boost breed.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the kind of editor's view, but also at the same time, having compared it to competitor products,
Mm-hmm.
We also have the highest user ratings, the highest average user ratings. So from that perspective, I think that there's enough evidence within the industry and also by users that the hologram technology is well established and works well.
Right. And sort of just, I mean, I'm very happy to hear about these sort of user ratings and so on, and it definitely does give the product credibility. But I think at the end of the day, probably you guys know the product best.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to hear from you, like,
Sure.
what your opinion is. Are there like small glitches we should be aware of, or do you think this is really great stuff?
I mean, so far from our experience, and that's also why I mentioned it at the beginning, the hologram technology works 100%,
Okay.
and there are no observable glitches, which we have had so far. I can't look into the future,
Yeah.
and I cannot make a promise in that respect. But any product which we produce comes with an absolute service commitment. So if anything would come up, we would certainly take care of it. But from our internal analysis, you may well be aware a competing product has essentially mimicked or tried to mimic our hologram technology. And with that product, we're very much aware of a lot of glitches. So there, for example, you face the difficulty of, first of all, sometimes not seeing the hologram from certain angles. So you can do a presentation and fundamentally 3 people off a round table could not see the hologram. Plus, additionally, sometimes the system breaks down entirely. And in fact, we had a lot of new clients coming to us, essentially switching again from that product to ours, which was a result of that.
Right. No, I totally agree. So I think from my point of view and the research that I've done, I do think your product probably seems like the best. I'm aware that there are alternatives out there, but I don't think you need to do too much convincing. I think we're on the same page that probably your product is the best out there.
Excellent. I hope it will satisfy your needs.
I hope so. I think it's just now a question of, I guess talking through the details of of what my what type of a agreement we can come to.
Sure.
And here, I mean, just to give you a bit of an update, because since we came out with the request for 50 new laptops, a little bit of an update from my side is that it would be great actually to have 2 extra, and that is not. Let's say it's not necessarily that they have to come from you guys, it's not necessarily that they have to be cutting edge. I would like one of them to be one of these cutting edge ones, I think.
Right.
But it's not, let's see how it goes budget-wise. But I just wanted to let you know about that need of mine, because it's, let's say it's something else that you could provide to us, and I just wanted to make sure that you're aware of the opportunity.
Okay.
And also just to let you know that one of the users of this laptop, apart from the other laptops which will also be going to some of our sort of leading academics, will be one of the founders of our company, who is, as you may know, very well respected in the industry.
Right.
And probably, if he has a laptop, I hope that it'll be great, sort of, publicity also for you guys.
We would be very grateful for that. Absolutely.
Great. Let's see what else. I told you that we're sort of keen on the hologram technology. And then the other thing is that it would be really great to have delivery within the next 30 days, because as you know, before then, after then, our busiest period starts, and it would really be of great help to our team to have these laptops in time for our.
So you said delivery within
the next 30 days.
Okay. Any other points from your side at this stage?
No, I would say those were, let's see. Those were the main, I would say, non-financial interests. Yeah. I'd like to hear if you have any sort of anything from your side that you'd like to share that I should be aware of.
So, certainly we would be very, very interested to supply the 2 extra laptops to you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I think again, it very much depends on your capability needs, but as I stressed before, the M6700 is obviously very unique in its flavor. I can see that if your chairman, who's very well known in the industry, it certainly would leave an impression as well to fellow industry people if he has the top end product.
Agreed.
So from that perspective, I would very much, I think from my side, suggest it. Shall we talk about a potential, how we could structure a deal and about the mechanics on how we could move forward?
Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect. I could, as the proposal showed, I could certainly offer you a price for the M6700 of $6,795.
That's per machine.
That is per machine.
Okay, so that would and this is for, let's start, best case, we do 52 machines, right?
Yep.
So, okay. Unfortunately, that's pretty high. Do you guys have any discounts that you typically offer with bulk orders?
So, first of all, I want to stress that because you mentioned delivery within 30 days, that's absolutely no problem. We can deliver this within 2 weeks, actually.
Okay.
So,
so that's not an issue. That's great news.
So that certainly comes. So, I think that's important to take into account.
Cool.
in terms of potential deals, it very much also depends on your side. So, when do you think you could facilitate payment?
All right.
How timely could you facilitate payment?
So, typically, I mean, it would, so to be also front once again, so what would be ideal for us is to do it in the next sort of 30 to 40 days, simply because of, some details from about our financial cycle. This is the request from my finance department. So ideal for us would be the next 30 to 40 days, or in that 30 to 40 day time period as of now.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's see if that's possible for you or not. I don't know what your interests are.
It would certainly be possible, absolutely. However, if you were if you could shorten this time period, we could offer you a discount on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So ideally, I think it's going to be a little bit tough for me to shorten that time period. The other thing that I guess you should know is that my budget for this that I've been given, so it honestly is a little bit outside of my control, is 210,000, which is significantly less than the the 353,000 that it would cost if we did a full price on each of the 52 laptops.
Yep.
So I just want to check with you sort of what compromises we can make to basically get to that number. Well, hopefully no major compromises on quality.
Absolutely not. No, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So, I mean, we are obviously talking about a quite significant discount. This is almost a third less in terms of actual price quantity.
Yeah.
I think my first, because so in the initial conversation I understood that focusing on the 50 and not on the 2, on the 50, that it was very important that you have the high-end capability. So from that point of view, it really feels like that you do need to boost M6700.
So with the hologram technology, yes. So just to check for your other machines.
Yeah.
I guess you're the best to sort of talk me through it.
Yeah.
Is there any potential for them, like for the cheaper machines, to have this capability or not?
No. So from a hologram point of view, it's really
it's only in the foreseeable future. It's only going to be this one.
It's really only the top machine. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Because it's a new technology. It has recently been patented. It's absolutely cutting edge. So within certainly this product life cycle, which we are discussing right now, it is only this machine. So kind of question, is there any kind of flexibility? Could you double check on whether you could increase the budget potentially?
I honestly, and this is also not just me playing tough, this is our budget for now. And we need these machines in the next 3 weeks. So I don't think there's going to be any extra budget, at least in the next, in the foreseeable future.
Yeah. And how about so from our point of view, I think one element would be that you could look into leasing for the machines.
Okay.
If that would be an option.
Potentially. So tell me more about that.
So you could lease the machines for a certain time frame.
Yeah.
So you would commit yourself to make lease payments over a certain time period. And you would not have the upfront cost, but you would obviously have monthly cost, and you commit for a certain period. Viewed certainly financially more advantageous if you commit yourself longer. But that would certainly give you an opportunity to still secure 50 models. However, you would still get the 50 models within your budget, under the leasing option.
Interesting. So this is not. It definitely is one option. To be honest, we've never done this before in our company. I think the model has always been to own, basically to own our machines. But as I think about it, I don't think there's any. I mean, of course, if we assume that it comes with the same guarantees from your side.
Absolutely, service is absolutely the same. It's the same products, the same quality. Of course, also not to be forgotten, it gives you. It doesn't just give you the flexibility of not having to purchase the machines day one and commit your capital. You can use your capital and invest it into your core business instead. And at the same time, it offers you the flexibility. So after a period of time, should you realize that you think the machines are not up to your standards, you have an easy opportunity to opt out of it.
Interesting. Okay. Any other? So this is definitely an option that we can consider for your side. Any other potential options, or is there anything that that we could offer you to make this more, to sort of in exchange for the discount? Because as I think about it, I think there are two other options. The one is to think through whether how many of the machines are sort of really the sort of top end. Maybe I just commit to some of them being top end for our more senior people and not for the more junior ones. I don't think this is ideal, because I guess the more junior people would have to be able to work on the presentations that the more senior people are going to do. So maybe this is not the ideal option, but it is an option to keep within the budget. The other one was, I guess your leasing one. Yeah, and that's all that I can think of for now. I don't know if you have if you've ever come up with any other solutions for past clients. If there's something like a PR that we can offer you, or.
I think we could think about additional options which we would have is I talked about the payment, but you said that might be quite difficult for you. What we could do, in fact, actually, is you said you'll need this within a 4-week period. If we lengthen this to 4 weeks, then I could offer you a 3% discount.
3%. But that's not good. That's great. It's a starting point.
It's a starting point. We could also maybe this becomes a little bit more interesting for you if we were to reduce the warranty from 3 to 2 years and waive the next day on-site maintenance service. We could put another 4% reduction on, which takes it down about 7%.
Yeah, again, not enough yet. Okay, but let me just take note of these. So you said, if we said delivery from 2 weeks to 4 weeks, right?
Yep.
Then what reduction is that?
3%.
3%. Okay. And what was the other one?
And the other one is a warranty discount.
Yep.
which
Okay,
is,
from 3 years to 2 years, you said, right?
that's correct, yes. And to waive the on-site maintenance service. Obviously, still better maintenance service, but not on-site.
And that would be another
4%.
4%. Interesting. So, I mean, this is obviously, to be honest, I'm not so keen to, I mean, the 2 weeks to 4 weeks, I think we can do, because for me it's just important to have it within the next 30 days.
Yep.
So I would gladly take that 3% discount anyway. The 3-year to 2-year warranty and no on-site maintenance, it's something that we can consider. But I would rather consider it as sort of a last resort if we need to sort of push ourselves across the line.
Okay.
Maybe with the leasing, could you tell me more about what you had in mind for that one?
So.
And also just to check, there's nothing else that we could offer you that could potentially bring some more value to you. So, like I said, I have no idea. Some type of PR, since I know this machine has only been launched in the past 4 months and probably isn't that widely commercially used quite yet. If there's something we can offer you there, or I'm just trying to come up with ideas here to see if there's any more room to sort of widen our options.
Yeah, I need to think about that. I mean, obviously, it could be interesting from a perspective that you could embrace the product officially or something along those lines. But I do need to check with my supervisors as well whether that's a possibility. So I was just going to check.
Sure.
From the leasing point of view. I mean, one option, just bring multiple options to the table.
Yeah.
If you were to lease the top-end models, if you were to lease it for a period of 2 years, it would be monthly costs of $181.20. $181.2.
Oh, 0.20. Okay,
so if doing it on the 52 machines, in 24 months would be $226,000 in total.
Okay, so 52 machines for, you said, 2 years, right?
Correct.
Okay. Sorry, so that comes to 226, right?
Yep.
And that's with all of the...
That's with full maintenance, obviously, as we discussed, the same service, full maintenance. Obviously, the very much depending whether you opt for the additional discount.
Right. Okay, if we do the discount, so you said that's 3%, right?
Yeah, that would end up being
219.
219.
So not quite there yet. Yeah, and I'll have to check if this Yeah, I'll have to check if 2 years would be long enough for us. Thinking about my prior experience, there's a chance that it will be, because I guess typically what happens is that we replace our machine quite quickly anyway, at least every 2 to 3 years. But I will have to check if this sort of leasing period is acceptable. That's just not something that I know. I'll have to check with our technical team.
Okay.
But assuming that it is,
Yeah.
because honestly I don't mind leasing if we would scrap them after 2 years anyway.
Yep.
Anything else we can do to bring us back, or bring us at least below the 210?
As I said, warranty discount would be another 4%, but and then there would be the payment discount, but you said you would have difficulty doing that. Let me just double check our possibilities with leases. I think another thing what we could offer you is that you spoke about kind of bulk discount, etc. I'm not able to offer a bulk discount on the top model, on M6700, but I am able to offer bulk discount on the other products, on the other 3 models, if at least 10 of them are purchased. So what we could do as well is we do switch back to the other model, whereby you do a 2-tiered acquisition of top-end models and lower-end models. And on the lower-end models, I could give you a 10% discount.
Unfortunately, I'm not, like, the lower end wouldn't have the hologram technology, right? Because what I'm thinking then is, also to be honest, like, because at least one of the other offers that I'm considering, which is, I mean, it also has hologram capabilities. I know you said that these come with, that you're aware of some faults in their hologram capabilities. Nevertheless, it's something that we could still look into. And they've been offering us a 20% discount for any bulk order of more than, what did they say, 20 computers. So I was just wondering, like, if your competition can do that, is there any way, or is there any reason why you cannot?
So, I mean, so first of all, to reiterate just on the features, we are aware that they've tried to imitate the hologram technology.
Yeah.
First of all, from our side, it's a patent violation, and we've taken them to court accordingly for that. So there's a question whether the future viability of them actually producing the machines and servicing them on that technology. But additionally, again, we've seen that their hologram technology is not being able to be viewed from all sides, and also machines have broken down and they've come back to us. For us, it's just quite difficult to offer a discount on this because our research and development costs have been so high on the product, and it was very expensive for us to also file the patent for it, and it's just a very new machine. So obviously, going forward, so I could think of an agreement that any follow-up orders would include a significant discount, for example. Yeah, we could, for example, agree that. It's just that the model is brand new, and so it's very difficult for us to offer a big discount here at this stage.
That's a pity, because then, I mean, it's not my first preference, but what I might do then is just really limit the number of hologram machines that we get from you guys, and buy the majority of machines. Just get a lower end machine from someone else, and just get a certain number of the fancy hologram ones. Then not the whole team will be able to work on them, but probably that we'll be able to make do with that.
And would you not? So I mean, I'm very interested in obviously coming to an agreement with you, and certainly I think also and that's why I included them. I think our lower end machines, in that respect, are also quite price competitive once you go down the list, in comparison to the other models. And obviously, this is still absolutely high quality and comes with our user service capabilities. I mean, for 210,000, your budget, you could look at something like. I'm just trying to see. Combinations could be possible. So what I could offer you, for example, this is just I'm putting it on the table. Could offer you 20 top-end machines of the M6700. Then the remainder, saying that those are used for more simple kind of backup work. The M3500, but on that one I put a 10% discount on the remaining order, and that would keep you within the budget at about 208,000.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm just wondering if I shouldn't.
Plus,
I mean, to be honest, like at the moment, I'm a little bit torn. On the one hand, I think you guys probably have the better machine. On the other hand, we have a certain budget, and you also understand sort of, someone in my position is also, I guess, assessed on not only sticking to the budget, but hopefully coming up with some savings.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't include the delivery discount, which would take it down to 200,000 roughly.
Okay.
For the order.
Right, but that would only be, then we don't have all 6,700. We don't have all the same model, right?
No, it would be 20 of the M6700 and then the remaining ones of this model.
Because also then just to be clear, so for me it's like the way that I'm assessed is not only sticking to budget, but obviously hopefully delivering some value like beneath that budget.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I don't see how I could get that with you guys without seriously compromising on the quality of the machine. So I just want to check if there isn't anything else that we could do, because you know because I mean, at least for your top competitors at this stage have like quite a low price, and the 15 to 20% discount, which I mean, of course, and I mean, I'm sure that I could, you know, probably negotiate a bigger discount with them just because their product comes with more risks.
Mm-hmm.
So just given, like, I'm just being frankly, like, these are the thoughts running through my mind. Is there anything else that you could offer?
I'm still checking, yes. I mean, I'm very interested in the future relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are very much aligned in terms of the computers, the general what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
Us as a hut. So I'm looking for a long-term relationship. So for me, it's very important that we find an agreement here, because we've come together, and I think it's beneficial to both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I usually really don't do this, and I think my wife is going to be quite angry with me on that. But I do want to close a deal in that respect. I'd quite like to.
It's something your wife, not your boss. Okay.
No, this is my wife and not my boss, because I would pass on a slice of my commission for you to get a discount. So this is my personal commission, which I'm about to get. So I'm willing to offer 20,000.
20,000.
Additionally off, and that's on top of the 3% discount we did for the delivery. I mean, also, so to say, I mean, we did the initial bundle in terms of focusing on the 52 laptops. I mean, you could also, so you know, my proposal was a mix, obviously, of high-end and low-end machines. You could obviously also focus on high-end machines and just utilize these more effectively.
Right. Okay, so let's just see. So first of all, you know, thank you for, you know, for showing your commitment to the relationship. I really appreciate that. And I think it is probably getting us somewhere. So what did we say? So because to be honest, I still don't want to let go of the high-end machines too quickly. We can maybe for a handful of the machines we can go less than high-end, but let's see. Alright, so if we do the original leasing, which was for 2 years, with a 3% discount, I think we were on around 219,000. Sorry.
What's this? A mix between M3500 and M6700?
No, this is with the all M6700.
Right.
That was 181.2 per machine that you were leasing, right?
Oh, I was reverting to a purchase model.
Okay, just explain that to me.
So no, sorry, I was because I was just, my second proposal was switching back to an acquisition model.
Okay.
Of the machines, simply because it seemed like a better solution for you to kind of mix your needs.
Yeah, but so that's, I wouldn't say it's a better solution, it's a potential solution. My strong preference is still to have all of the machines to have the 6,700.
Right.
I mean, we can have. Let me just quickly also check something. Yeah, to be honest, I think there's only, let's say probably only one of the laptops actually you can have as a lower end.
Would it be possible for you to focus exclusively on M6700 but reduce the number and utilize them more efficiently?
No, I don't think so. So we're very, as you can think, like every person on the team needs his or her own laptop because it just is an extremely busy team. They won't be able to share, I think.
And how about the model which we discussed before, where you say you have about 20 top-end computers and you have 13 more normal models?
My only worry with that is that I guess what I raised before is that we do, there's work on one presentation because the whole team works on a presentation, and then the laptops aren't compatible, and the junior person who's supposed to make the presentation can't because they don't have the laptop that the boss is going to use to make the presentation. That's my big worry with that type of a solution. So I mean, if you have some technology that can alleviate this worry of mine, then we could look into it, but I'm not sure that you do, and in that case I would rather play it safe and just go all for the 6,700.
Quite difficult from our side as well, because trying to find a solution for the M6700 within this budget or machines seems just that my hands are tied and I'm not able to go down to that level. So for me, it really feels like that either we do a mixed package between the two machines, or we reduce the number of M6700, or as I said before, I mean, certainly we can talk about any future discounts. We can agree to potential new orders that you're we can agree to that any new product development, you're the first to have it. We can agree to future discounts, etc.
I mean, future, does that mean...
On your next orders.
So, after...
Subsequent.
So, does that mean 2 years from now, or...?
Depending on when you would see your orders taking place again.
So it's not like I can order 20 now and in the next 20...
That was not the intention.
I thought so.
That was not the intention, no.
That's tough for me.
I mean, just to for me, passing on my sales commission is very difficult in general, and there obviously needs to be a bit of an incentive for me as well. Just as an example, obviously, if you were to commit to a longer leasing period, your monthly costs would reduce significantly. So,
but the total cost wouldn't, right?
The total cost wouldn't, but equally, after 2 years, you would be faced with either continuing the leasing process or purchasing the machines. Whereas here, you are obviously enjoying a year longer and have much lower monthly cost. So if you were to commit to full machines, so it's the best machines, for 3 years, and 52 machines, you're just under 300,000. If I pass on my sales commission, we're at 275 roughly. Putting on the delivery discount, we're at below 270. Now we could talk about whether the warranty discount, whether that could be a possibility.
Let's see. So if we reduce the warranty from 3 to 2 years?
That's correct.
But I mean, can't we just... I mean, in the context of under this leasing arrangement, we would have, it's a 3-year lease, we said? So that just means that you would replace the computers if they broke at any time during that 3-year period? Yeah,
that's correct, yeah, we would. Absolutely.
And what about the, so the next day on-site service, what is the alternative to that?
So just on that point, so warranty, it depends whether you opt for the discount or not.
Yeah, exactly. So the discount is then, so what does it mean if we have the 2-year? Does that mean if the computers break in the 3rd year, you won't replace them? Under the leasing arrangement?
Yes. Let me double check what our leasing terms are. I mean, I would have to talk to my technical team about the exact carve-outs of the warranty element. because I mean usually within our lease contracts we do have an insurance against damages, but I don't know to what degree which elements apply to which discount.
Okay. Because the warranty is definitely potentially a place where we could decrease a bit.
Just to double check. If the warranty was decreased, we would be at 258 for all computers M6700
For a 3-year lease period.
for 3 year lease period.
And you would continue the on-site maintenance though?
The on-site maintenance is, so maintenance, yes, if you apply the warranty discount, we don't have on-site maintenance. We would still have maintenance, but not on-site maintenance.
And would it still be next day?
I mean, we would have our call centers open and we would certainly react to anything immediately, but we would not come to your office directly.
Mm.
I mean, we have a well-staffed service center, etc. So I don't foresee this being a big issue. Certainly because you're quite. So this is more for clients who are less technology savvy and have difficulty, configuring their machines, etc.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering if maybe we could at least do for our most senior people, for their machines, maybe keep the on-site service, because they don't have time to sit and talk to someone in a call center for a long time, and I also want to be respectful of their time. So maybe just
for how many machines would that be?
Let's see, for probably around 25, I think.
Okay, we would have to identify these, just to make sure that is.
Yeah.
I'm willing to stretch myself here to give you the full discount, the 4% on all machines, but leave the on-site service active for a period of 2 years for 25 machines.
Okay.
And again, this is my hands are usually tied.
Mm-hmm.
I'm committing this for my personal procurement budget.
Really appreciate that. Okay, also since I guess we're running a bit short on time, thanks for staying extra for our meeting.
That's all right, no problem at all.
Let's just see where we are right now in terms of this. Yeah. So can we just sort of
so shall I give you okay. So we would look at 52 machines.
Yeah.
52 machines at a monthly cost of 15855.
And that stays fixed for this period.
That stays fixed for a period of 3 years.
Yeah.
Times 36 months, which would take you to 296,806.
Yeah.
Minus less. Oh, let's start with the discounts. So 7% discount, which includes warranty discount and delivery discount.
Yep.
Which which takes you down to 276,029.
Yeah.
And from there, I would contribute $20,000 for my personal commission to take it down to 256.
Yep.
And additionally, we agreed that on-site maintenance for a period of 2 years would be retained for 25 of the machines.
Right. I mean, so unfortunately, this is obviously, if this is the best you can give, it's still it's still way above our budget, and of course, I was also hoping to deliver a bit under budget, not just make the budget. So yeah, maybe I think my best option for now is just to go to, and I'll probably have to chat to the Challenger colleagues to see if they can offer a bigger discount given all of the risks that come with their machines.
Can I just, for us to facilitate something here, I understand your concerns, I know where you're coming from, but as I said, I really want to establish something long term here. I'd be willing to give another 10,000 of my commission.
Very much appreciated, and I can completely see that you're committed to this, and I appreciate that. But still, it's higher than 200,000, right? So that's a bit difficult for me. It's way above my budget, which I was also hoping to at least make my budget. Hopefully, go below it. So.
Could you, from your side, indicate at what level you would be willing to treat?
To come to this, I mean, if we could come to a 200,000 agreement, I would be quite happy.
I mean, I don't even have the possibility to go this far.
Okay.
From my side, it's very, very difficult to go to this length. Would you be willing to kind of, I mean, so with the 10,000, we're at 246,000. Could we meet somewhere in the middle, potentially?
No, really, my budget is what it is. I mean, happy to go back to my people and, check whether it's possible to have some more lower end machines, but for now my information is that we need the higher end.
Can I if I offer you another 20,000, so if I go down to 226,
yeah. I mean, that's still about right. Yeah, that's still above budget.
But just on the budgetary front, if we agree in addition that for future orders you get a 10% discount on all future orders, generally on top of any other discount.
Mm-hmm.
Could that be an interesting solution? And that obviously would include any new model which comes brand new on the market. And as you saw, it's usually very difficult for us to offer any significant discount on new models. So
the only problem is that we'll always probably want the new model, right? So
that's why. Hence, this would be an opportunity for you to get the absolute best new model at a 10% discount, which we don't usually give significant discounts on new models because we want to retain a certain price in the market and establish it, and equally there's a lot of research and development costs and patent costs which went into it. But we would be willing to offer you the newest products immediately on a kind of first served basis, and give you a 10% discount on top of everything else.
So would a 15% discount be possible? Because like I said, that's what we've been getting from, well, that's what our offer has been from your competition, rather than the 10%.
I would be willing to give it if that is the final deal.
Well, I mean, so great. So that sounds great, and hopefully I can make a bit more of a case to my department about why I did go below budget. But still, I mean, 226 is still above budget, so we still at least need to go down to the 210. And I'm just thinking about how we can do that.
I mean, if you make any simplistic calculation on a new model, which is probably similarly priced to the M6700, and you apply a discount of 15%, I mean, I can easily do that. On a machine of that magnitude, that's a $1,000 discount per machine. So an order of 15 machines, which is very likely. I mean, you said that you might replace the entire order, so you extremely easily get significant savings in that respect.
Can I just understand, because it's something I'm not understanding quite, why you're willing to commit to that for future orders and not for this order?
It's just that I'm obviously also constrained in the specific offers I can give you at this stage.
Because I would just think that you would probably be even more constrained with future offers, right? I'm just worrying about whether this is a real sort of future discount that I'm getting, or if it's just something intangible.
No, I mean it is. It is just that you have to. I'm a sales representative. I'm not the CEO of the company, and neither am I the head of the sales team. So I've been given certain guidelines on the current structure on what I can treat at, but I just have more flexibility on future machines, and I also think that it depends how it goes, but I think that if you were looking to then get new machines with the hologram technology, it's also easier for us, because certainly if I look back over the last 20 years, the hologram technology was the biggest R&D investment for us and one of the biggest breakthroughs. I mean, this is not to say that there might not be other significant, but it was an extremely costly exercise, i.e. New machines that R&D expense should hopefully amortize quite significantly.
Got it.
So I'm just a bit constrained at the moment in terms of what I can offer price-wise for this machine, but I think in the long run there should be a bit more flexibility in that respect.
Well, unfortunately, even with then this the offers that you've given me, which is the 40,000, we're still not making our budget. So I think maybe I'll have to meet with the what are those guys called? the challenger people, and I'll see what they can offer me, and I might get back to you, but at the moment, unfortunately, since we couldn't meet the budget, I don't think it's going to work.
But are you? I mean, I'm just asking, to understand. You said to me at the beginning that you're a management consultancy firm, and you serve clients, you try to be top end, etc., etc. The challenger product from our research is the technology is flawed. The likelihood that you will incur significant costs afterwards is very, very high. We had a lot of clients who purchased the competitor machines and came back within a short period of time.
Yeah.
Of course, you would meet your initial budget, but I think also for you personally, long term, it would look extremely negative if there was a big issue with the machines. You would have to send them back. You would ultimately probably come to us to then purchase the M6700, which then in this situation, we are obviously sitting in slightly different positions as well. Yeah. I mean, I'm really looking for us to establish a good relationship from the outset. I'm aware that the machine is, priced at a decent level. But I think it really reflects the quality and the service we are giving. And I hoped that I could really show with, giving now 30,000 of my commission. Again, I'm not looking forward to discuss that with my wife. And certainly we're giving you the on-site service for 25 machines, the 2 discounts. I really hope that would be something you would consider.
It definitely is, but I just think that given that we can't look, if you can bring me to the 210,000, then I would definitely commit. Also, so you know that this is also for me basically then an investment in this, because my bonus is based on the percentage by which I go beneath budget, not by meeting budget. So I would essentially be getting a 0 bonus. But then at least we need to get to the 210,000.
Can we just recap on the calculations?
Right. So I think what you got from me was, so it ended up, so from the 296,806, she gave me a 7% discount, which means that you deliver within 4 weeks, and the warranty goes to 2 years, not 3 years. And then, so that took us to, I think, 276,029.58 cents. 276,000 about. And then you gave me, let's see, 50,000 off of that, which brought us to 226,000.
Yeah.
And still, we're not. We're not at the 210, which is what I would need to reach.
I mean, we're at 226 versus 210.
I know. So I'm hoping you could take me to 210, because really, and I'm being honest, I'm not allowed to show you my people, but 210 is my budget, and that means also 0 bonus for me. I would do it, for the sake of the company, because I think all of us are very excited about this machine, but just so you know, this is also for me quite a big personal cut essentially, because your competition was willing to give me a discount even below the 210. So,
but equally, you would risk losing face within the company if the order.
Probably, but I'm sure the competition would also then give us I'm sure they'd give either a higher discount, or I'm planning to get some, insurance from them to avoid that type of a risk.
Mm-hmm.
Especially now that you've, given me more information about the quality of the product.
Let me see, I'm just researching any potential options.
Good. I mean, the other thing that we can do, and maybe this is something that would also help you in your financial position, is that I don't know if you do know, but I've got a long history in procurement.
Right.
And have many industry contacts who would also are also in this business of procuring computers. So what I could do, if you can maybe bring us down to say 200,000, is I could set up for you sort of one-on-one meetings with all of my clients, which will probably lead to sales for you personally that would make up for the discounts that you've been giving. I don't know if that would be worth your while. I know it's nothing concrete, but at least it would be grow your relationships with people in the industry.
Certainly an interesting element, but it would still not enable me to really deviate all too much from that already very, very low price. I mean, to remind you, we started at 300,000, and that is our price for that machine.
Right.
So, I mean, we are almost down by a third already. I would be very happy if we could find an agreement somewhere.
Yeah.
A compromise in the middle between those two numbers.
Unfortunately, I really can't. I mean, we have to go. Really, 210 is my budget, right? With 0 bonus. And here I'm not even playing games. I'm being completely honest that this is my budget. So I can't meet you in the middle there.
What about, could you, can we discuss again, could you pay slightly earlier, because that could attract a 2% discount?
2% discount?
A 2% discount.
So from, how much should that be?
Take it down to 221.
I mean, that's still quite far from the 210, right? I mean, in the first, what would that then be, 30 days?
No, so sorry, 30 days is the standard requirement. We would require you to pay within a week of signing the deal.
I mean, again,
what I could offer you is if you are able to pay within a week
Mhm.
and you go to the 2% discount, I could then make up the rest to the 210.
Only to the 210. Because that's still.
That is my last possibility.
But the paying within a week. I mean, again, I just can't commit to that because I was told that all by the finance department that it's only 30 to 40 days.
Alternatively, without the discount, my very, very last price would be this.
So that's without paying in a week.
Without paying in a week.
Mm-hmm. And would you consider, given in the 3 minutes that we have left, I mean, to be honest, I think if we can bring it down to, okay, so this is just 215 without the, okay, that's without the payment, or
Without the payment, yeah. With the payment discount, possible, but without the payment discount, it's not possible, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I mean, just to help you a little bit, I think you could very much stress internally the fact that if the accounting department is honoured, the 210 are definitely possible. So you can certainly make the claim that you have stayed within the budget, and then it's just in the hands of the accounting department to fulfill it in time.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. I mean, I'm not 100% sure if they can commit to this. That's my worry. Because I assume that they told me 30 to 40 days for a reason, and I don't want to. Let's see what they say. If we make like maybe half of the order to be paid within a week and the other half in the 30 to 40 days, that would make it easier for me to sell internally, certainly.
I think I can't do that because it is on the full amount. Plus, it would make it unnecessarily complicated. I think also from your side.
It's just that it would be easier for me to say that you just. Yeah, I'm just scared of committing to such a big number to be paid within a week. I assume that they told me for a reason that this would not be possible. I think a smaller amount.
But you are aware as well that we are obviously on the leasing method anyways. So the amounts are much smaller.
Okay, so we'd only be paying for the first month.
Yeah.
Oops. Within a week.
Yeah.
And for that we go to 210.
Yeah.
All right. So then my only other offer is that if we can at least bring it down to 200, which means at least a little bit of a bonus for me, I could still do the introductions to some of my industry colleagues for you.
As I said, that was unfortunately my very last offer. I don't have any more flexibility within my budget.
So you're not interested in the...
I am very interested, but I just don't have the flexibility. I mean, sure, in future dealings, I'm very interested in this relationship. I'm very interested in your clients as well, but that is just as far as the flexibility takes me.
All right. So just to, since I do need to go to my next meeting. Okay. So if we do, so we're going to settle on 210.
Yep.
But with the agreement of the 15% discounts for all future interactions.
Fine.
And just the first monthly payment has to be within the next week, but obviously the rest is okay.
Fine. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
That was a long one.
Oh my god. Oh my god.